Today is the 1st of December, which is World AIDS Day, so we should remember all those numbers, Aakash. But we're going to focus on the economy, and a big one today. The number of the day, 42, which a market analyst told me earlier is an ugly number. And this relates to manufacturing, PMI, which looks at the health of factories.
Ugly is a good word. I think the market was also very disappointed, because there has been what some would call green shoots around the South African economy. And there was certainly a hope that this particular PMI, which is the Purchasing Managers Index, which gives us an indication of what the future is going to look like, came out at 42. And as you pointed out, that's below the 50 mark threshold, which indicates an economy that's on the verge of expansion.
Yeah, so this is about the health of our factories, that dreaded word deindustrialisation. South Africa is not making enough things. This is about the manufacturing sector, which is crucial. And this, in fact, is the worst number since April 2020. So the worst since COVID. Like you say, anything above 50 suggests that factories are expanding. That's what we want. They're exporting, they're selling their goods. Anything below suggests contraction. Does this undermine for you all the good news? The grey listing, the upgrade,
It's disappointing, because we've had a host of data that has been coming out in the last few weeks that indicated our economy was looking like it was about to turn, and this number completely contradicts that. Most of the stats that they tracked point to the fact that things are not as good as we'd want it to do. And remember, why is this important, right? It's important because if we are not producing enough, we're not creating jobs. And we know that job creation is so important to the South African economy right now. I mean, we're sitting at unemployment figures of over 30%. And as we spoke about fairly recently, Francis, inequality.
Yeah, huge.
So if we don't find a way to create jobs, we're never going to reduce inequality in our country. And this particular number, it's disappointing, because you get a sense that, well, we're not really out of that tunnel of darkness when we thought that we were emerging from it.
Sure. Sad. I do cling to the glimmer of hope in that these factories are pointing to something better in the future. So 6 months ahead, their predictions are above 50, right? And look.
So also, let's put this into context, right? 6 months is a long term. It's a long time for things to change. So, we can only hope that come the new year that there is an improvement, and, there are substantial things that change, and the number increases, the economy grows, and things look better. And talking about the economy growing, we've got third quarter GDP out tomorrow.
So what's that saying? The reality bites. And I think manufacturing maybe was bringing us down to the reality of this economy right now, despite all the hopes. So let's look at expectations. We had quarter one, 0.1% growth. Quarter two, 0.8% growth. Some of the banks expecting something like 0.4 tomorrow. So again, is that the reality that this economy is hardly growing?
Well, it has been for the last many, many years. And unfortunately, there's nothing substantial to suggest it's going to change. And we really need this economy to grow at figures probably over 3, maybe 4% for us to start creating jobs and making a meaningful dent in those inequality figures that we talk about, which was so much of a theme at this year's G20. But at this pedestrian growth, well, yeah, we're not going anywhere, are we, Francis?
No. So what a blue Monday. That is the number of the day, 42. Looking at the health of factories, it's not looking good. And this is ahead of GDP tomorrow. Probably that'll be the number of the day tomorrow. 42, one number raising a myriad of economic questions.